Whew, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday afternoon evening. We are doing 30 minutes of live side split stretching to practice consistency, to build a little community in the chat. So comment, introduce yourselves, and finally, to make a little bit of progress towards our side split goals. We are, 2 minutes into the hour. I'm going to empty all the random things in my pocket, and let's get started with the first warm-up exercise. We're going to do 3 warm-up exercises and 5 stretches. The 5th stretch is 3 rounds of side splits, and everything we do before that is to prepare our bodies to get them warmed up, to get the joints prepared, to get the muscles prepared for those side splits. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is called hip CARs. CARs stands for controlled articulated rotations, and what we're going to do is bring our leg and our hip through their maximum range of motion using our muscles. All right, so we're going to start with high knee. Open up the hips as wide as possible while keeping the knee high. Rotate the leg so that the ankle is as high as possible, and then bring the leg down and back until you do this. Flex your hamstrings, flex your glutes, pull that leg back, feel that hamstring or hip flexor stretch, and that is 1 round. All right, we're going to do 10 rounds on each leg, and let's go. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Hopefully I don't kick anything. High knee, open knee, ankle, down and back. High knee, open, 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 ankle, down and back. I think that's 10. Let's move on to the other side. Whew. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 I think that's 10. Let's keep going. Switch back to the other side. Let's do them in reverse. In reverse, looks like this. We're going to start with flexing the hamstring, flexing the glutes, pulling the knee back, feeling that hip flexor stretch in the front. Then we're going to lift our leg up directly to the side. It's like we're about to kick somebody. And bring the ankle down. Then bring the knee forward. All right? We're going to do 10 rounds of that. Let's go. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Let's pick up the pace just a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. Hey, Francisco. How you doing? Welcome. We're doing 30 minutes-ish of side split related stretching. Right now we're doing warm-up in the hips to get us prepared. We're going to do 3 warm-ups, 5 stretches, and the 5th stretch is a whole bunch of side split. So look forward to that. Where are we at? Let's finish up with the reverse hip CARs. All right, so reverse hip CARs, if you're just hopping in, looks a little bit like this. We are flexing the hamstrings and the glutes, pulling the leg back, feeling the stretch in the hip flexors, and then lifting the leg directly to the side, like we're about to kick somebody, as high as we can go. We're going to rotate the leg so that the ankle is down, and then bring the knee forward. All right? Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. Back, side, ankle, knee. That's 4. Let's keep going. 5, 6. We do 10 in total. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. 10 reps. We are done with the first warm-up exercise. I'm going to pop down in here. Am I teaching dance move, Prasoon? Not necessarily. Maybe there's some overlap with some dance. But for the most part, we are just warming up and getting our legs moving through the full range of motion for our hips. Right? So the first move in a hip CAR looks a little bit like this. We're trying to bring our knee as high as possible. If you take your hands, you can probably lift it even higher. But if you use just your muscles to hold it up, You can probably get close, but not as high as when you have your hands to help. What we're trying to do is work the muscles and train our muscles at the furthest range so that you can get more control of the hip muscles. If you're a dancer, it's probably very helpful, but we don't do that much work in that range of motion. We're just trying to warm up the muscles to get them prepared for the side splits later. Okay? Okay. Round two. Number 2, we are doing a second warm-up exercise, and it looks a little bit like this. It's called the elephant walk. First, let's get into this L shape. If you're a little bit higher up, that's totally okay. What I want you to do is try to bring your belly button down as low as possible. You should feel a stretch in the hamstrings, and hang out here for just a second. Take a couple of deep breaths. Next up, I want you to bend one knee and straighten the other leg. I do something I call a sassy hip, where when I bend the leg and I scoot to the straight leg, I put my weight over into that straight leg and my hip pops out a little bit. All right, so I call that a sassy hip. From here, with your weight over that leg, I want you to keep trying to bring your belly button down to the ground. All right, you should feel an intense stretch in this outer glute, and maybe even in the other one, because right now my other glute is getting a little tingly. From here, you have a lot of options. The first one, the most basic option, is to just hang out and feel the stretch and switch knees. You should feel the stretch switch because you switched the hamstrings that are bent, and the glute should have a different impact as well. From here, let's do one more, and then we'll do a more complex variation. All right? From here, let's get back into that position. My right leg is straight, my left leg is bent. I want you to take your left hand, grab your right leg, and open your chest up to the right, and then lift your arm up as high as you can. Okay? From here, so let me explain it again. Right leg is straight, left arm is grabbing the right leg. We're opening up the chest, pointing the chest to the right, lifting the hand up into the sky and pointing so that we can mark the spot that we can see. All right? We're going to try and get further than that spot every single time from here on out. Now come back, switch, left leg is straight, right leg is bent, right hand is grabbing left leg, twisting, opening up that spine, point, take a look at the ceiling and pick a spot, try to get further than that next time. All right, let's keep going. That was 3. Now we're doing number 4, 5, 6. Remember, the goal is to get the hamstring stretch. Everything else is a bonus. We want to keep our belly button as low as possible and really stretch the legs. Everything else is just a bonus. Very important bonus, because it's important to have a strong and mobile back, especially if you drive and you have to look out the rearview mirror or look in your blind spot. But what we're doing right now is all about the hamstrings. All right? Let's go back to the regular version for a little bit and finish up this warm up. 9 and 10. All right. Whew. I hope you feel the shake in your hamstrings, feel a little bit of blood flow in your glutes, and congratulations. We are done with the second warm up. It's time to move on to warm up number 3. I'm going to come in, check the comments one more time to see if there's anything I need to address. I think I'm good. Zayed, welcome. All right. Third warm-up exercise that we're going to do, the last warm-up, is called a Cossack switch. So what we're going to do is widen our stance, probably 2-3 times our hip width. And from here, I want you to point your toes so that if this is straight and 0 degrees, I want you to point out maybe 30-35 degrees. All right? And I want you to try to bend down at the knee so that the knee and the foot is in the same line. I'm going to scoot in all the way over here. So same line. All right? And take your time, experiment with this. Bring the knee over the toes, relax, feel the stress in the hip. See when your heel starts coming up because you don't have any more ankle flexibility. Come back a little bit and experiment with the angle. I recommend a 35 degrees to start with, but you can try 15. You can try 0, straight in front. Experiment, all right? While you're running that experiment, I want you to take a look at this other leg. The heel is down and the toes are pointing up. All right, this is called leg external rotation because if you were standing straight and this was neutral, leg external rotation is basically having your toes point to the left. But if we do it on the ground, that toes pointing to the left ends up being toes pointing up into the sky. That might be a little bit confusing, but I'll explain it later. And it's only relevant because we need to use this move for the side splits in a little bit, all right? Whew, okay, from here, now that we've hung out in this leg position for a little bit, I want you to swing your hips over to the other side, keep as low as you can go, and get into the same position, but on the other side, all right? So Cossack switch is all about keeping your hips low and getting over to the other side. Same thing, feel that stretch in your Achilles tendon, feel the stretch in the ankle, the calf, feel the weight in your hip, and chill here for just a little bit. Especially for the first rep of moves like these, if it's the first time you've done anything like this all day, it's good to try to relax a little bit and give your body a chance to adapt to that position. All right, same thing as the other side, experiment. That leg, for me, was pointed at about 45 degrees. I'm going to change the angle, change it to about 15 degrees. Change the angle again. It's almost straight in front of me. Okay? Whatever you do, experiment and enjoy the test. Because there's no perfect right way to do anything. All right. On this side, again, notice that my heel is down, my toes are up, my knees are up, and my quads are up. This is called external rotation. All right? That's it. I hope you've hung out in this position. I hope if you felt stiff before, you're loosening up a little bit because we're going to get into a couple rounds of side to side to side to side. We're only going to do 5. All right? So you have a couple options. You can do this nice and slow, come up a little bit higher if it's hard for you, drop down a little deeper afterwards, or you can try to go as low as possible the whole time and go from side to side. Take it nice and slow. It's not about speed. It's about control. And if anything makes you uncomfortable, feels painful, you can always come up, come over, and back down. All right. Let's keep going until we hit 5. I think we might have hit 5 already, but this is the last one. I'm doing the last one. All right. That is 5 Cossack switches. Shake out those legs. Relax, relax, relax. I like to do a little bit of this hula hooping movement to get a little bit of a stretch in the hips. And that's it. We have finished our warm-up. We have 5 stretches to go. And the first one, I need to sneeze. Okay, maybe I don't need to sneeze. Maybe I'll just randomly sneeze during the stretch. I feel like it's really itchy, like I'm about to sneeze. But okay, I'm good. That was weird. Let's do our first stretch. The first stretch is a hamstring stretch. And if you are really good at hamstring stretches, if you're really, really flexible, just take the time, set up, do the hamstring stretch. If you're not so experienced with hamstring stretches, I have a variation that I think is very helpful for most beginners. And I'll teach it to you right now. So first, you start by standing up straight. Take a step forward with the leg you want to stretch. So it's a nice big step. Then from here, I want you to stick your butt as far back as possible. All right? Try to get your head to hips as close to horizontal as you can and do a little bit of a shake from side to side. From here, you should see that this angle is really good, right? This is way better than 90 degrees. It's maybe 70 degrees. For me, if I'm sitting down on the floor, I sometimes have a really difficult time to get into that same angle when I'm seated because I have tight hips or tight whatever. And when we do this standing variation, I have a much easier time because gravity is pulling the whole upper body down. Okay, so we want to keep that in mind for any stretch that we're starting for the first time. We're a little bit stiff, can't really feel the stretch where we're supposed to feel it. Make sure gravity is working in your favor. All right, so this is one of those. And from here, we have two options. If you're feeling good about this, you're feeling balanced, you're feeling safe, then we can just focus on bringing the belly button down to the ground and adjusting our hands and feet as we need to. If you're feeling a little bit less safe, you're feeling a little wobbly, then I recommend you putting your knee down and getting into a similar position with that other leg. So put that leg in front, just like before, and try to fold down, okay? Looks very similar, but instead of a straight leg, we have a bent leg. From here, we're just gonna relax for a couple of seconds, do a couple of light bounces, feel that stretch in our hamstrings. Some of you, this might be the most intense hamstring stretch you've ever felt in your life. And from here, I want you to try to imagine bring your belly button down to the thigh or down to the ground. We're going to hold this intense stretch for 30 seconds. All right, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh my God. And that's it. I hope you felt how intense that stretch was. And we're going to continue by switching to the other side. Oh, I see a couple of comments in the chat. I'm a little too far away to read them, but I'll be over in a second to do so. All right, same thing on this side. We're gonna take a step forward with the leg we want to stretch, throw the hips back, throw the butt back, feel that stretch in the hamstrings get more and more and more intense. Take a couple seconds here, breathe. And if you need to, drop the knee to feel a little bit safer in that stretch. Go ahead. I'm going to try this variation standing up. And let's go. 30 seconds. Bring the belly button to the thigh or the belly button to the knee. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oof. All right, that's it. That's it for the hamstring stretch. Congratulations, we're done. If you are on live right now and yoga is too hard for your back, Sebastian K. If you are on right now and doing the exercises live, let me know if you felt that stretch. Liverpool is back. Ziad loves it. Liverpool speaks a lot of languages. And all right, that's it. You don't have to do yoga, but yeah, let me know which stretches are bad for your back and which ones you feel like are triggering for your back pain. Because yeah, the hamstring stretch pulls right into the lower back, but some people have, there's all sorts of different types of back pain. Some people have back pain that activates when they round their back. Some people have back pain that's just always there, coming from a nerve down the back into the leg. If there's a stretch that you know you can do, let me know, and let me see if I can adjust and tweak for you. All right, we just did our first stretch, that is the hamstring stretch. We're going to move into our second stretch, this is the butterfly stretch. This stretch is mostly about the groin opening, So if you have a bad back, it's possible that you can still do it. All right. So what I recommend is you go to a wall, something flat and sturdy that you can lean against. All right. And if I could just open this curtain. So from here, I want you to stick your hips, your shoulders, your back against the wall and sit up nice and straight. The wall is maintaining your posture for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Bring your feet together, pull it in, and you'll see that your knees pop right up. All right. From here, I want you to use the muscles in the outer thigh and in the glutes to help pull your legs down. All right. So I'm going to flex those muscles, try to bring it open, bring it down, 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 down. And if you can no longer make any more progress with just your muscle power, take your arms and apply a little pressure for your legs. All right, let's go. 30. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let the arms go. Ooh, bring the legs back up together and relax for a little bit. Give yourself a light hip pounding, some light massage, and let's get ready for our third stretch. All right, so the next stretch that we're going to do is called the standing pancake, and it is a variation, a beginner variation of the pancake. In the pancake, this is our upper body, this is our lower body. We do this, right? That's what makes a pancake a pancake. It is really hard, so we're going to do a variation that helps prepare us for the pancake. It's called a standing pancake. What we're going to do is get back to that wall that we were just using, stand 1 foot or 30 centimeters in front of that wall, then let our legs open up as wide as they can go. Once it's uncomfortable, stop, come back up just a little bit, and focus on folding at the hips. All right? So the reason why I tell you to stand right in front of a wall is because if you lean backwards, the wall will catch you. If you lean forwards, you can catch yourself with your hands. Okay? All right. Standing pancake is all about opening up the legs as much as you can while you're folded forward and hanging out in that position for as long as possible. Let's go. We have two options. Once you're here in this position, you can stick your arms out, stick your butt back. If you're facing the wall, maybe your butt will be touching the wall. If you're touching the wall, maybe your butt will be touching. Yes, that makes sense. And from here, we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, put your hands down. Come on up. Oh, standing pancake. If you felt that stretch, it might have been in a whole bunch of different places. One, the inner thighs, the adductors that are stretched when you open up your legs are one of the muscles that you might be feeling right now. Next is the hamstrings, because you're still folding forward and that pulls on the hamstrings, just like the hamstring stretch we were doing earlier or the elephant walks we were doing earlier. And I feel like when we do the standing pancake, I feel the stretch right underneath the glute, and it's a much higher stretch than when we do a hamstring stretch normally. I feel the regular hamstring stretch somewhere in the middle of the hamstring. Whew, okay. We just did the third of our 5 stretches. The fourth one is a little bit more chill. We get to lay down, and I don't want you to take that as an excuse to chill out too much because you do still have to work. All right, so for the fourth stretch that we're going to do, it's called a pigeon or a figure four, and the difference depends on whether you're laying down or on your back. Basically, what we're doing is we're taking our leg, bringing the ankle up to the opposite hip, and folding down our upper body towards that hip. You should feel the stretch in the glute, maybe on the inner thigh, and maybe even in the low back, depending on where you're flexible and where you're stiff. Almost had a cramp with that one. Lucky me, 301. Yeah, the standing pancake works a lot of different muscles. If it just so happens that one of those muscles is going to be, actually, hold on, let me think. What am I talking about? I don't think if you're doing the pancake, we're doing very similar muscles. Maybe possibly this outer glute, but you should be good for the next one. All right, let's go. I'm crossing that leg over, chest down. So we're gonna do the laying back version to start because I think I did the chest down version yesterday. We're going to take that leg, cross it over onto the opposite knee, reach our hands through that gap, and pull everything in towards our chest. All right. Oh, let's go. From here, I just want you to apply steady pressure into the knee and make that steady pressure slowly work your way in for the next 30 seconds. All right, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, relax. Come on down. If you have a tight back but not back pain, you can try to rotate your hips from side to side. See if you can relax your back a little bit because in that variation that I do, I like to do a mini crunch at the same time, and sometimes that can stress out the back. All right, let's switch to the other side. Take the leg, cross it over, reach on through, and same thing, 30 seconds, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. I know it looks like I'm just relaxing on the floor right now, but I'm applying steady pressure on this pulling muscle here, and I'm really pulling this leg into a deeper position, bringing my knee closer to my chest. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Let everything go. Feel free to roll those hips from side to side to get a little bit of back mobility in. Shake out that leg. Relax for a second. We're about to do 3 rounds of side split stretches, okay? It's about to get intense. So take this last 2-3 seconds to take a nice deep breath. And let's go. It's time for some side splits. All right. If you are a side split pro, then you don't need my help. You can set up however you want to set up. But I'm going to take it nice and slow, walk you through it step by step, and talk about using a back wall. We've used a back wall a couple of times already today, but if you're hopping in for the first time, first off, thank you for coming to watch and hang out. We do this live 30 minutes of side split stretching every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and to hopefully make some progress towards our goals together. So if it's your first time joining, or if you haven't talked before, feel free to throw a comment in the chat, introduce yourself, get to know everybody. It's much nicer doing the split workout when you see a couple of familiar faces and there's a little bit of belonging when you show up. All right? On that note, let's get back into side splits. What I like to recommend when we do the side splits is to start maybe 30 centimeters or a foot in front of a wall. And from here, if you stick your butt back, you can always fall into the wall. All right? That means you can't fall backwards because the wall will always catch you. And that should help you feel a little bit safer when we do the rest of the stretch. Okay? So from here, I want you to let the legs open as wide as possible. Same thing that we were doing when we were doing the pancake. And as soon as it becomes uncomfortable, I want you to stop and fold at the hips. Put your hands down like you're about to do a push-up. Okay? From here, most of your weight should be in your hands, and that will let you externally rotate the legs. We talked about this really, really early at the very beginning, like the first 3, 4, 5 minutes. But external rotation of the leg looks like this. Your heel is down, your toes are up, your knees are up. Okay? I want you to do that on both sides. So both your feet, your heels are down, and your toes are pointing up. From here, if your hips were hurting before we got into the push-up position, you might notice that all of a sudden, your legs are opening up way further. And that's what's happening for me. So there's a couple options from here. We're basically ready in a side split position. If this is the deepest that you can get, you can start the side split in this position, and we'll start the 30-second countdown really soon, I promise. If you feel like you can get a little bit deeper, walk your hands back closer to your hips. The closer your hands are to your hips, the more of your body weight is going to be right over your hips, and the deeper the stretch is going to be, the more weight you're going to feel. Okay? From here, if you can't get any deeper, it's time to start at 30 seconds. Let's go. Holding the stretch for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that's it. Walk your hands forward, pull the legs together, come together, and rest for a couple of seconds. We're going to rest for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to go for 2 more rounds of side split stretches. I'm going to come on over, check the chat to see if there's anything I need to address. No, looks like we are good on YouTube, and it looks like we're also good on TikTok. So let's shake it out, relax those muscles, and get ready to go into the next side split stretch. Okay? Whew. Shake it out from side to side. Loosen up those hips. If there's anything that still feels tight, do some mini squats to get that blood flowing and the legs working again. I know when we're holding that really intense stretch, you're feeling a lot of pressure on the inside of the thighs, maybe in the knees and the sides of the knees. Whew. It gets stiff. Everything gets stiff. Okay, take a last and final really big deep breath. Relax a little bit, and let's get into our second side split. All right, same thing. If you want to feel extra safe, stand 30 centimeters or a foot in front of that wall behind you. Otherwise, let's get into that wide leg position until it is no longer comfortable. Then fold at the hips, come down into that push-up stance, and then externally rotate the legs so that your heels are down, your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your quads are pointing up. From here, do a little wiggle from side to side, see if you can get deeper into that open leg side split position. And if you can, walk your hands back towards your hips so more of your body weight is right over your hips. From here, it's time to start at 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, crawl forward, bring those legs together, get out of that stretched position. Come on up, shake out the legs, relax. Oh, breathe. You should always be breathing. You shouldn't be holding your breath. But when we're out of that stretch position, you should be extra breathing and taking advantage of the not stress on your body doing painful things. I'm going to pop into a mini squat here, relax my back, and just move a little bit. We're going to rest for 15 more seconds and then do our final round of side split stretches. All right, this is round 3. If you're just joining in for the first time and just joining in now towards the end, we do 30 minutes of live side split stretching every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community in the chat. Feel free to introduce yourselves, and to make a little bit of progress towards our side split goals. If you don't really need to get the side split and you just want to work on a little bit of lower mobility stretching, that's perfect, because I can't do the side split yet, and we are working towards the side split, and everything along the way is lower body stretching. So if that's of interest to you, hit subscribe, hit follow, so you can make sure to get notified to come back whenever we are live. We do go live every single day, so it's not that hard to find us, but you should subscribe and follow anyway. All right, final side split stretch for the evening. Let's get ready. Stand 30 centimeters in front of a wall if you are newer to this and you want to have a little bit of safety, so when you fall backwards, you can only fall until the wall. Otherwise, let's open up their legs. Let those spread open. As soon as it becomes uncomfortable in the hips, I want you to fold at the hips forward. Get into this push-up position with your arms. With most of the weight in your arms, you should be able to externally rotate your legs. What that means is your heel is on the ground, your toes are up, your knees are up, and your quads are all pointing up. I want you to do that on both legs, on both sides, and you should see that your legs might suddenly get wider open. All right, walk your hands back if you can. Try to put more of your body weight into the hips and do a little wiggle dance from side to side to see if you can get deeper into a side split position. If you can no longer get any deeper, it's time to fold forward. What that means is I want you to imagine sticking your butt as far back behind you as possible and sticking your belly button as close to the ground as possible. And that is how we're going to finish our third and final side split stretch. All right, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I feel like I started counting really fast for some reason. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. We're done. Walk those hands forward. Pull the legs back together. Ooh, relax those muscles and make sure to move a little bit more. Get that blood pumping and flowing back into those muscles. I like to do a little bit of this hula hooping action to stretch out the front hip muscles. And I like to do a couple of knee raises, some mini squats, until my legs feel like they're working again. It just takes a couple of seconds. Usually I'm just crawling around going, oh, I can't move. But I think I am all good now. All right. That's it. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and joining us for our, oh, man, we're running long today. 39 minutes of live side split stretching. And I hope you had fun. I hope you feel proud of the hard work that you put in today. We are all wrapped up with our time stretching together for consistency, to practice and building community and making a little bit of progress towards our goals. I am ready to call it for the evening. So that is it from me. And of course, as soon as I'm ready to close out the live, I feel like the number of people always spike up right at the tail end. I can't comprehend why that is, that it feels like that. But anyways, we're at like 5 right now, so this is good. Get out of here, everybody. Go do other things. Enjoy your life. This is called Splits on the Side, so that you can do other things and enjoy yourself and spend a little bit of time towards your side split goals, all right? And we do this together so that it makes it a little bit easier to push and get the work done. All right. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you tomorrow. Also, if you haven't followed or subscribed yet, make sure to do that so you get notified to come back. Okay, bye. Things are not closing. And now, and goodbye, Foxy Roxy. Goodbye, everybody else. Peace.